All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It's Monday, December 1st. The first snow is on the ground, and it's also the first day of December. Kind of perfect like that, right? We are going to be right back. We're going to play a little intro here. I am Waylon, the indoor farmer, guys, and we'll be right back in 3 minutes and 55 seconds. This is the indoor farmer.
In a cold, lazy corner of the city, where the wildfire's strong and bright, lives a man named Waylon, with his green thumb at his mic. He's not your typical farmer, no fields, no barn, no plow. His farm's indoors, his harvest shared on the airwaves now. Waylon the indoor farmer, with his podcast every night. He's sowing seeds of knowledge, making our world a little more bright. From Sunday through to Thursday, his voice is on the line, bringing folks together, making learning so divine. On Sunday, games are rolling, at 5:30 they start. The indoor farmers game night, where laughter plays a part. Monday brings his story, how he learned to farm and grow. The indoor farmer shares his journey, making it a show. With every episode, a chapter of his life, teaching us to live more green, reducing all our strife. Waylon the indoor farmer, with his podcast every night. He's sowing seeds of knowledge, making our world a little more bright. From Sunday through to Thursday, his voice is on the line, bringing folks together, making learning so divine. Tuesdays for the reviews of people, places, things. Waylon's got the scoop, from artisans to local wings. Wednesday we grow Wednesday, where the mind expands, discussing food and farming with experts from the lands. He's not just growing plants, but communities as well. Through his microphone he casts a spell. Thursday, people in the boxes, where stories intertwine, with guests from all walks sharing what they've seen. Each podcast is a seed planted in our mind. Waylon's cultivation of culture and of kind. Waylon the indoor farmer, with this podcast every night. He's sowing seeds of knowledge, making our world a little more bright. From Sunday through to Thursday, his voice is on the line, bringing folks together, making learning so divine. So if you're feeling lonely or need a touch of green, tune into Waylon's podcast, where the urban farms the sea. He's not just farming indoors, he's harvesting our thoughts. Waylon the indoor farmer, connecting all the dots. He's not just growing indoors, he's harvesting our thoughts. Waylon the indoor farmer, connecting all the dots. In a cold, lazy corner of the city, where the wildfire's strong and bright.
Named Waylon. What is up, everybody? It is episode 100 or 212. Or why am I getting a call? This seems like a number I know, but could be important. Could be important. We'll let him leave a voicemail. We'll see what happens. Anyway, it's episode 212 today. And 1 o'clock, 1:06 now Central Time. Ugh, this is so weird. The call is over with, but my watch is still ringing at me, buzzing. Bzz, bzz, bzz. It's gonna just go on for 5 minutes while like. Okay, I got a text message. Okay, that's not. I don't think that's who it's from. let's see. Let's see if they leave a voicemail. No, not yet. They're probably still waiting for my phone to stop. My watch to stop vibrating at me. What's up, everybody? It's Monday, and it's cold outside. Not everywhere, but some people have made it a point to make fun of all those people stuck in the snow. You know what I mean? And yeah, it can be fun. It can be fun, but you got to be able to take it in return. You know what I mean? Because warm weather places have their problems too. You know what I mean? Like remember that when you get to thinking about, hey, I wish it wasn't so cold. Well, at least we have a change in season, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. Now, I would like to move somewhere a little warmer. I think everybody fantasizes about that. You want to fantasize about the perfect climate, no problems, no storms ever, and the best temperatures, the perfect grass, the most beautiful trees. You know what I mean? Everybody thinks about that, but you know what? Everybody's got those kind of issues. No matter where you go, there's something you got to worry about. Whether it's more bugs, higher heat stroke problems, all that kind of stuff, or maybe it's hurricanes. And it is what it is. But I hope everybody is staying warm in the cold climates and cold in the warm climates. I don't know. Have a good day. But I hope you're, doing what you got to do. Make sure you put on the layers. Make sure you put on the gear, even though you may not want to put on the extra gear. You know what I mean? You think Colorado's the perfect climate? Okay, let me get to some comments here. What's up, Kat? We got Kat. We got Chris on the Rumble. Let me get back to the Facebook comments. Let's see if they left. They did leave a voice message. Insurance car. I think that's just. Oh, they're just calling me about my appointment in 2 days. So, okay. Yeah, I've talked about it recently. I am getting surgery, or well, we haven't scheduled any kind of a surgery, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to get surgery. I'm just doing all the things to get up to it. I don't want surgery. I'd rather do some kind of a cool stem cell thing, right? But the thing I have going on is probably going to require surgery, unfortunately. I'm going to talk about it again on Wednesday, not the surgery, but this, what I'm about to say. I saw a little video from Cat Williams, no less. And he was pointing out that when you go under anesthesia, you have to sign paperwork, and usually I forget what the terminology. We're going to watch it on Wednesday, but they talk about how there's a term in there that you or that you allow, or what do you what's the term uh, you accept. There's another term I'm thinking of. Consent to. Yeah. You consent to this, and they can pretty much give you any medication required, which could be the vaccines that you may have been abstaining from. So maybe you don't care because you're not worried about those things. Maybe you are, but it is something to think about. If they put you under, how do you get that? How do you know what they gave you? I don't know. I guess that's a reason to be like a reason to be scared about nothing until it happens, right? Until I get to that point. But it is interesting that that came up recently. I was like, hey, I might be getting surgery. That's crazy. They do that, and they might just throw me whatever they want while I'm under. Hey, Derek, what's up, my guy? You're going to bed soon, okay? From down under. See, that's what I'm talking about. Derek is dealing with 100 degree temperatures or higher, while we're over here dealing with snow. You know what I mean? So pick your poison, I guess, is what it is. What's up, Chris? It's saying that you'll want to sue if something bad. What? You need to clean that up, bro. Happens in surgery, but I'm worried about people putting stuff in my butt. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if you have butt surgery, something's going in there, Chris. Something's going in there. Anyway, I got a bunch of pictures to pull up for you guys today. I have a bit of a migraine, hence the cool shades. They're not shades. I don't know what to call them. They're blue light blocking glasses. That's too much to say. My glasses? Should I call them glasses? I don't know. Hey, Kat, you said something about nice hair. You got a haircut? No, it's been a while. It's been like before Friendsgiving, so November 5th. It's been 15. It's been 2 weeks. But I did get a haircut then. It went a little shorter than I wanted it to be. You know what I mean? She actually gave me almost like a high and tight. It was like her first day. I didn't know it was this girl's first day, and then we had to have the other girl help to try to fix it. And then I left because I had stuff to do, and then I had to come back the same day to try to get it fixed again. But now it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Hey, Alan, what's up, my guy? Over on the YouTube. Hell yeah, guys! Find us on the YouTube. Find us on X. For some reason, my X profile is starting to take a dive. I'm at 1,200, just under 11.99. Would like to pump that up, but I don't spend a lot of time over there anymore. It's kind of my fault, I guess. I do. We're live on X. We're live there 5 days a week, but that doesn't really get you anywhere on X, unfortunately. Guys, I got to put in some music so my headphones don't drop out on me. It wouldn't be a problem if it also didn't take the microphone with it. I kind of need that. I've got other microphones. I like this one because I can walk around. I don't hands free. I can walk upstairs and continue talking to you guys if I need to. It can be very valuable when it comes to doing all this by myself, pushing all the buttons, taking care of the gremlins. He's looking at me right now. Why are you looking at me? Okay. He didn't want to be over here. I kept bringing him over. Like, hey, hang out with me while we start the show. And then he just kept wanting to go over and lay down. That's okay. Go lay down, my guy. All right, let's share this in. Let's share it in. I thought I might do a little shorter show today because of my headache, but I laid on my couch for a few minutes, like a good 20 minutes with a cold pack on my eyes, and I've taken some medication. I have migraine medication, which is medication. Ugh. Well, I mean, I like some medication, you know what I'm saying, but not the ones you take from the doctors. Sorry, those suck. It does work though, so hey, you know, what can you say about it? About working medicine? It doesn't always work. I don't know about you guys, but I always noticed when I was a kid, I'd take medicine and like nothing happened. You know, you didn't feel relief from pain or whatever. You're like, what? Ibuprofen? Like, okay, you better take 12, I guess. Don't do that. I'm just kidding. Guys, where am I pulling up from? Okay, over here, I see. All right, and the pictures. We've got a bunch to show you and more to do. I'm gonna get some time to record it. Here, let me sort this out real quick. If you could, I haven't asked. I feel like it's kind of part of the thing. I hate saying it all the time. If you're a friend of mine and you like what I do, you already probably share and like what I'm doing. So I thank you. But on the off chance that somebody's watching that doesn't know me already, yeah, I mean, if you could hit the like button and share it out to a friend, tag a friend, send it into people's DMs. You can share it like that too. There's lots of ways to share. Find where I start at here. Okay. Okay.
Okay, buddy.
All right. So a lot of you have seen this first couple clips that I'm gonna pull up, but it's just gonna set the mood. It's gonna set the seasonal mood, if you will. And if you're on Rumble, let me see some dancing bananas. Okay, so I posted this recently. What sucks about the video is that I didn't capture what I should have. So I got up in the morning, I went to let the dogs out, and I opened the door to snow, and I didn't know it snowed. I should have paid more attention. It snowed, and I opened the door, and Sprout he stepped out like two or maybe three of his paws stepped out into the snow, and he was like, oh, jumped right back in. That I wish I could have got. But this clip's pretty good too. Not too bad.
Okay, buddy. Okay, you ready? You gotta go outside. You gotta go outside.
He
Go
said,
on.
nope.
Go on.
What the heck is that? It's still
What?
funny to watch
Yo,
again. Huh?
go
Like
potty.
what? Good? The heck is that? I'm. That's the
Are you
opposite
scared
color
of
of
that
me.
white stuff?
Oh, you get a little shot of my toes right there. Oh snap! If you're a toes person, I threw him out. He's like, nope, nope. So what I had to do is I had to put my clothes on, layer it up, put my boots on, put my coats on, my hat, and all everything, and picked him up and carried him out there down off the deck and into the driveway, and then put him down. And then he had a ball. And that's another point where I forgot to. I didn't have my phone. I should have recorded it because him and my dog, my husky Mia, were just loving it. They were running in circles and wrestling and stuff, and just loving the snow that first time. I didn't capture that moment though, but I did capture this. They're both just loving it. This is while it was still snowing even. Hey Kim, I thought I saw you in here, and I saw you just commented on locals. So don't forget, guys, I do have the number post up for any subscribers who wants to get in on the number wheel. You get 4 chances to win. If you're the first commenter on the number wheel, you get 5 chances, or actually, you get 2 spots on the wheel and 4 chances or 4 spins. So you kind of technically get 8 chances to win. If you're the first commenter, right? Okay. Yeah, my poor husky is shedding like crazy, and I just haven't had time to sit down, and I worked on it a little bit, but I got to get some more time to just get the rake and maybe a vacuum. I could do it outside too, but that gets pretty cold. So vacuum in the house, it kind of you're still getting hair, but she's already putting hair around the house, so I'm like, I got to vacuum the house, so might as well. What I did was I had the vacuum between my legs so I could have my hands free, and I had this like I have a glove that's also a like a brush glove kind of thing. I got a bunch of brushes, but there you go, a little video of them just loving life, just loving it. Oh, guys, I'm showing you guys this first, but I'm gonna post this later and be like, hey, you guys think it's time to harvest? You guys think it's time to harvest this baby? I mean, some fat buds at the top there. This is one of my plants that had died earlier, and I just kind of left it. It wasn't that big anyway. I mean, it got tall, but it didn't get much on it. It was actually very purple too. It was purple compared to the other ones. I wonder if this was a I had what was it? Alien, Purple Alien, or something like Purple Alien OG. A couple of year before that, so I wonder if that was one of those seeds. I don't know. It's funny though. I thought it was funny. What's up, Dominic? Dominic, come over to Rumble and do that, man. Just fill the comments and just nonstop comment on Rumble. Just nonstop. I need a Dominic over on Rumble. Just dancing banana after dancing banana after dancing banana. All right, this is a. I just thought show you a picture of the backyard because a lot of some of you don't have snow yet, and you've been seeing it on your social medias, I'm sure. But we are not live on just social media. We're live on lots of video platforms too. So, but as you can see, the dogs. I mean, that's one thing about having dogs in the snow. Usually, the dogs are going to get outside before you get a chance to go and shovel. And of course, I'm not shoveling my yard, but the driveway though, check out this next picture. So I shoveled it off once. I shoveled off my deck once, and then while it was still snowing, and then it just covered it again. So right now would be the time to do it, but the dogs have trampled everything, and it's going to be a bunch of ice now. Unfortunately, bunch of ice. So then the driveway. I mean, that's my driveway. Like that. Like try shoveling that. Like that is not an easy job to shovel that after they've like trampled all over it. Snow, Diane, right? Well, Diane, I'm showing you guys this for a really specific reason, and that is to show you this. To show you this, if you read the title of the episode, I said, the first snow is on the ground, and I'm still inside. I'm still planting and harvesting. I'm still planting and harvesting. That is the key. That is the cool part about doing this. No, it's not a giant scale. I can't grow enough for my neighborhood this way. I'm gaining knowledge in order to maybe do that one day in a bigger scale. But it is an experimental setup. It's not going to replace all the food even for just one person, but it is cool to see the green. It's cool to play with the soil and the plants and have something to sink your hands into even in the wintertime, There's a lot about it that's going to be good that's good for like depression and energy levels and cleaning the air inside the home and just you name it. There's a lot of things besides actually harvesting food. And there's only a couple things now that I can harvest. Well, I mean, I guess a few. I don't have any reason to do anything with the mint other than just kind of let it make the air smell good around. And so we got purple kohlrabi, we got some bull's blood beets, which you'll see a better picture in a minute, and the bull's blood beets are very big, so I'm trying to leave them alone a bit. Uh, and then I got weird radishes growing everywhere that don't ever produce radishes. I think maybe the soil's not deep enough or something, and that's fine. I'm not too worried about radishes, but you can't eat the greens. So a younger radish plant with the nice, uh, I guess, younger greens on it, or the it's another word I'm trying to think of, more delicate greens. I do the same thing with the broccoli that you see here, the big green broccoli plants. What I'll do is I may not have like a head of broccoli that I can chop off, and I've talked about it before where I'll chop off these like stalks at the top that are still good, and you can chop them up and put them in soup or whatever. But secondarily, all the leaves are edible, and so I wouldn't chop off one of these giant leaves, and chop it up, but I would take off a bunch of the little ones, the smaller, like tender. That's what I was trying to think of earlier. The tender leaves. You throw those into something. You know what I mean? See, you guys, look what you did. You bumped it up 3 people just by keeping the comments going. And by the way, I want to keep reminding you guys, if you X out of the live chat on Rumble or even YouTube or even X, uh, you can see a comment section, which is not the live chat, and it's a permanent comment section. So go in there sometime and throw in whatever you want. Throw in, a hashtag, throw in some bananas, throw in a words of wisdom, a joke, make fun of me. I don't care. But those comments are permanent, so it's kind of a cooler way to show people down the line, a year from now, if they happen to find this episode, they'll see, oh, people commented on the episode, meaning there were people there. Although having the comments on the screen kind of helps with that a little bit too. Chris says, when I win, my vegetables die. I call the microgreens. What? You must be pretty stoned already, Chris. Sorry I'm late. That's okay, Alice. I appreciate anybody that makes it in. This is this is my most important show. Not today's episode. I just mean today, a Monday's show, The Indoor Farmer, is my most important show. It's my flagship show, but it's also probably the least watched because people think it's boring to garden unless you're a gardener, and that is not everybody, right? But I talked about this yesterday on game night. And shouts out to Sheena again for winning 3 weeks in a row. Congrats to all the other game night winners and players and everything. But I talked about it yesterday. I said, like, I'm not a green thumb. I'm not a plant lover. I'm not. I don't just. Oh, I don't just go and spend my paycheck on house plants like some plant people do, and that's great. I'm not saying anything bad against it. I'm just saying that's not who I am. But who I am is someone who recognizes the value of what's going on here, the value that plants bring to us. Like everything, almost every part of life comes from like builds off of this, builds off of nature, plants, food, every part of it. And so if we can't come together over something as common as this, which maybe that takes the luster out of it. Oh, it's too common, you know. Oh yeah, I eat. I go to the store. I don't really think about it or whatever. It's too common. Everyone has to eat, right? But not everybody thinks about it enough. And I'm not saying we should obsess about it all day long. And some people do. Some people think, what am I going to eat next, right? It's a big thing to think about all day long. But what am I going to grow next? What am I going to produce or process next? What am I gonna make out of it? What am I gonna do in the garden? That's a lot of thoughts without actually thinking of, hey, what's the next thing I'm gonna eat? You know what I mean? But yeah, we spend a lot of our day thinking about what's next on the menu. And I did a lot of research on the carnivore diet a while back, and I found out when you eat meat is much more satiating than vegetables. And so what that means is when you eat more meat, you are full faster and longer. You don't feel that hunger so fast. When you eat a lot of carbohydrates, sometimes you can be hungry a lot faster, like almost immediately, or eat way more than you should. And that that's one point about it. But the other point is that you get more of your time back in the day. I know I'm advocating for meat while we're looking at vegetables here, but vegetables and plants are always going to be important, whether or not every person in the world went to just meat. If that happened, we would still have to have farms, because a lot of things require plants. A lot of things, not just our infrastructure and building materials, but all the animals that we eat. All sorts of reasons to have medicine, everything else, flavoring meat. So they're not necessarily mutually exclusive. But what I'm getting at is, if you eat more meat, one cool thing about the carnivore diet is that you don't spend all day thinking about what your next meal is going to be. You can kind of do that too with like meal prep. A lot of people do meal prep. I've never tried it. I think that would be cool. I feel like it would be boring though. You'd be like, same. I already know what I'm gonna have. That is a little boring, but at the same time, you probably get a ton of your time back. You're the time in your day, right? Like you don't even have to think about it, and you probably spend a couple hours a day thinking about what the next thing is that you're going to eat. Maybe I'm saying like on average, because I do a lot of intermittent fasting, and so I do probably think about what I'm going to eat, but I try not to think about it until it's like after this show, later in the afternoon. I have my son tonight, so we'll probably, I'll come up with some like a real meal with him and I. But if it's just me, I'm like, well, I'll eat something at some point, Like last night, I didn't eat until late, but I do see that a lot of people spend time saying, "Hey, what did you eat? What did you make? How did you make that?" Like a lot of people talk about food. It should be more of an interesting topic. It should be more mainstream, not just food, not just foodies and cool plates of food that looks delicious, but the where it comes from part of it. You know what I mean? What does it take to get that to my table? And if you can't respect that, I don't know that you should be allowed to eat. You don't have to be a farmer. Not everyone has to be a grower. You don't have to grow your own food, but you should respect it. You should respect the heck out of somebody that gardens and spends that time. You might think, a lot of people, and I think I'm guilty of this. Before I got into growing, I thought those are people that just really love, everything about growing. Never once did I think to myself, that person realizes the importance of what they're doing. That person knows that everybody's got to eat. Not until after I got going into this and started learning myself, and I thought, I've been taking it for granted my whole life, just like most of the rest of us. Oh yeah, that person likes plants. Oh, they're a crazy plant lady or crazy, farmer guy that just loves to grow, and he just makes money and that's all he cares about. No, that is like, you could make money a lot of ways in this world. Making money while doing something important is, I don't know, very fulfilling. It's very fulfilling, I think. Who's Tommy? We got, got a new person hanging out on the Facebook. What's up, everybody? Oh, Timothy. What's up, Timothy? Thank you, bro. Come over to Rumble when you get a chance. We got our Rumblers in the house. Always more people on the Rumble. It is a new month, so I'm hoping that we can get those Rumble numbers up, blast them into outer space. Big Mike in the house. I'm not a grower. I try to grow. Well, at least you see the importance of it, Mike. You know why it's important, and whether or not you fail at a grow, you know there's no reason not to try again. Some people will try to grow something and it doesn't work out, and they're like, never going to grow again. I'm done with that. Why? I fail on stuff all the time. Like, this table is crazy looking. I don't think half of these plants are supposed to look the way that they look. But we're doing it. Let's see what the next one is. Okay, we got Miss Limon, our lemon tree, looking wild over here with spider webs all over her. I don't see a problem with it, to be honest, so I'm just kind of monitoring it. It's not like I'm pulling anything off of this plant to eat or anything like that. So it's kind of interesting to me. I like the fact that spiders eat insects that I don't want around, so I think it's cool. I'm cool with it. You can do your thing, little Spidey, or however many are in there. I've never seen an actual spider yet, but it's probably hiding during the light hours, I'm guessing. Hiding in its little hidey hole. You know what I mean? Rumbles? What are rumbles? You mean rumblers? I know you're just kidding, Timothy, but that's kind of a ridiculous statement. Food for thought? Right, that's food for thought, Alice. Hell yeah. Dandelion salad, that would be good. Infused Thousand Island, that's not a bad idea. Hey, Brenda. Thanks for tagging everybody and sharing. Appreciate it. This is, I believe it's my most important show on Mondays. But we do have a lot of fun on game night. Had a hell of a turnout. Thanks again to everybody that came. That was our final run through of Turkey Hunt. Next week we're going to play What's the Difference? Christmas edition. I ain't been around. That's okay, Big Mike. My back has been messed up for 3 days. Well, that's no joke, bro. You got to take care of the back. You got to take care of your back. I noticed you weren't on fire in the hole. That was definitely more noticeable, I think. And they were asking about you while they were live. Like, where's Big Mike at? And maybe let Bean and Mess know. They were kind of worried about you. I hope your back is feeling a little better, though. And the kids come in Tuesday. Okay. Oh, you didn't have them right now. Okay. You sure it's spiders and not spider mites? Yeah, I'm sure it's not spider mites, Diane. Spider mites are, look, one reason I'm not afraid of spider mites anymore is because I've had them. And I've kind of played around with them a bit. I've let them live to where I was trying different things out and seeing how they react and kind of getting to know, like doing some research on them. I'm not an expert on spider mites, but I can tell you for sure that there are no spider mites on this plant because the video that I took and this picture here, you would see them moving around. Well, not in the picture, of course, but this video. Let me play the video again. You would see them. Well, I'm not holding it still enough, but you would see spider mites moving around. I've looked myself enough that I can tell you they are not. Plus their webbing is a little different. This looks almost like cobweb, but it might be a combination of a spider web and dust and dirt that's kind of blowing around with the fan, maybe. But as you can see, you would be able to see them moving around. Yeah, that's definitely not. Now, I mean, I'm not scared if I did find some on there, but I think it would be cool if the spider was like protecting it from them. But I do see this plant was chewed on a lot before it was given to me. I don't know what chewed on it, and I'm thinking about trimming some of that stuff back so that I don't keep thinking that there's new damage on it, because there's a few areas where there's leaves and there's kind of the end of the branches kind of gnawed on, it looks like. And I don't I don't want to keep thinking that was from me or from something here. Like you can see like 2 or 3 branches right there that need to be trimmed up. I don't give her a lot of water either. Probably should give her some more water, maybe today. Been treating going to ER. Oh wow, but never damage. There ain't much they can do. Oh, but nerve damage, yeah. Not much they can do. I know it's not easy to say this, Mike, or it's easier to say this than to do it, but at least maybe check into some research on stem cells. I know it's not, it ain't cheap, but it's I think it's like $3,000 to $4,000. But I do think that they've been making some strides with nerve ending, so it's just something maybe to check out if you get time. Not trying to cure you or anything, but I'm interested in the stem cells a lot. Spidey butt stuff discharge. Okay, you're gonna tell me that you grow indoors only, Timothy? You don't think bugs are part of nature? Plus, it's a lemon tree. Like, are you gonna eat the lemon tree leaves, or what's your plan there? You're decorating today, Brenda? Okay. Heck yeah! Well, make sure you try to get in on the contest. Go reread it. It's pinned at the top of my profile. If anybody wants to get in on the contest, I want to get at least 10. I'd like 20 entries would be great, but I mean I'm still gonna have to fill in around that and make more myself. But anyway, there's a contest going on for your Christmas decorations. If you're somebody that loves to decorate and you've got cool setup and you want to show it off, go check out my profile. I got a little thing going on there. Went to a major back hospital. Okay, in Little Rock. Okay. Oh, that's what you were saying. I think you said that before, Timothy. Yeah. The webs do come from the butt. Yeah. Well, it's not the same place. We don't need to get into the disgustingness of it, but humans even have places that two different things seem to come out of the same place, but they don't actually. They might. So it's a little different, but kind of the same. So here's the aquaponics system. I worked today on clearing space for the next big setup, the next system. I've been talking about it. I got to talk it into existence. I got to talk myself into doing it. I got like 12 episodes in, and maybe I'll start it. No, I started it today. It's over here on the left side of the screen, and you're going to see that in a minute, some video of it. But all of this needs to be taken apart. This whole thing needs to be taken down. I think I can still use this base, this treated lumber that I made the base out of. I think I can still use that for what I'm about to do. But I got to take it off of these chairs. I mean, those chairs are metal, and they've been holding up like a champ for years now. But they're chairs. Like, I got to do something else. I did what I had. I did what I could with what I had, and that's kind of how I got started with most everything. And that's it was a hard hurdle. It was a difficult hurdle for me to go ahead and start things that I didn't feel like I had the right equipment for. But if you have just enough to get started, there's a lot of lessons to be learned. You may not go through and have a success. It might not be successful. Like if we want to equate it to cannabis, you might start a cannabis grow, not enough light, not enough nutrients, or whatever it is, and you just start it anyway because that's the best you got. And I kind of equate that to use repurposing materials. Like, if I got something that might work for the situation, let me use it now and hopefully get something better later. And I'm not like that. I'm usually a procrastinator to where I want everything to fall in line perfectly before I do something, and that doesn't usually happen. So the last few years I've been really pushing to just start something, just move forward with something, whether I'm ready for it or not. You know what I mean? And you know what? Jump in and maybe don't spend a ton of money or time on it if you don't have the right equipment. But just give it a try, dip your toe in, whatever you want to say, and maybe you might find out, oh, hey, this did work. Okay, like my setup does work, but there's plenty of little flaws and things that are very like weak points and stuff that I'm worried about that are just not going to be fun if this thing starts to fall apart. That sucks, Mike. Yeah, oh, the heck yeah, it is not fun. A lot of times when Diane says, a lot of times when I bring plants in from outside, a few days later, spider mites will appear. Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, I did. I've shown you a few times recently. These pepper plants were basically destroyed by spider mites. I chopped off most of the plant, and then the plant started growing back. And then this area right here still had spider mites. I've been spraying, but today I didn't see any. That doesn't mean I don't need to spray again, but what I've been spraying is Prime Superior while I still have a little bit left. I think I'm going to move to a Pure Crop 1 next as a spray. Maybe some Lost Coast plant therapy, but I typically don't like to use a lot of chemicals indoors. Not because it's not a good way to do it. Plenty of growers indoors use like organic sort of methods to for bug deterrent, and that's fine with me, the organic stuff. But you guys saw the grow table on the other side of the room. It's basically a little garden indoors. Like, you got to have, like, I'm not trying to kill all the beneficials either, you know, by just putting chemicals everywhere. I'm trying to sort of recreate a little ecosystem, and I've got ladybugs floating around here. There's a couple of them anyway. I bought ladybugs and I bought praying mantis. It didn't last too long, though, because there's too many places in this basement that they can get killed and they can die. So that didn't work great, but yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling a little bit, but I do use a spray. It's an all-natural, like a Bavarian Bassiana that I use on the plants themselves. But I don't want to spray the spider itself, because I think that's a regular spider. Anyway, I digress. Bark. Some bark is edible. Timothy, I posted something recently about a bunch of different types of trees that have edible leaves, like oak trees and stuff. Like, there's a bunch of different trees that their leaves are edible, which is pretty cool, especially when you're talking about like a famine or a depression or something. You know, people need to eat, and if you've got bark or tree leaves or something that you know can give you some nutrients and it's not going to make you sick, I'm all for it. Anyway, the pepper plants don't look great. I mean, like, the leaves don't come out great. Like, they've been growing for years now. These same two pepper plants, actually there were three. This one died. I cut it all the way down too far. But there's two peppers growing. We got one growing here, and there's one down here. Not bad though for just these little gnarly looking, you know, old ass plants that I brought them back from mice attack. Mice were coming in here eating them. And I killed all the mice. As you can see, I got a bunch of mouse traps everywhere in the back that are unset. There's one that's still set somewhere, but it's probably like stuck now. And then you see the white powder around. That's when I was using things like sulfur and diatomaceous earth and different stuff like that. And all those things kind of just make a mess. Powder everywhere, and in your, you breathe it in and stuff. It's not good. It's maybe not a great answer to that, but I also have this little cocoon here. I don't know what's going to happen with it. I just stuck it in here from the lemon tree. Might not do anything. Might just shrivel up and die. I don't know. The other stuff fails, right, Timothy? I actually think they did a study on dirt. I think you can eat dirt. Actually get nutrients out of it. Probably not the most comfortable thing to do. Had to go out and back in. I lost comments. That's weird, Alice. Well, we were over 20 people in here, so very, very appreciative. Thank you all for the commenting and helping out on the Rumble, because I'd like to see it take off a little bit more. We're very close to 600 followers on Rumble, so if you haven't gone over there. Timothy says all of you on Rumble are CIA agents. While he's talking on Facebook, of all places. Becca, what's up? Okay, so here's my space that I have to work with in this room. I could tear apart the aquaponics system and rebuild something right where it's at, but then I'd have my fish not having water circulated and not having water like cleaned out, and the whole thing would be, I would be on a clock. I'd be like rushed at that point, and I do not like being rushed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build something over this way, and um, then I can take apart. I can sort of slowly take things apart as I rebuild the new system. Um, I haven't decided yet though about the aquariums. There's this. This is a 65 gallon aquarium, and then we have a 55 gallon aquarium that are both going to be used. I could do two separate systems, but I think I'm just going to put them all together in a series, I guess, with two pumps. One pumping from the aquarium to the next aquarium, or three. So it'd have to be three pumps, maybe. I don't know. Well, it might be 2 or 3 pumps. I didn't want to run a bunch of pumps, but it's actually better. I think it might be better, at least in this room, at least in my house, to have the pumps, because you guys saw. Let me go back a little bit. So because the water drops, it has a falling point. I did that on purpose in order to have oxygen, in order to naturally oxygenate the water. But I don't think it was enough. So I ended up, and you can actually see the hose right here across the screen, I ended up getting an air stone, and that's actually up in the, it's up here in the back grow bed on the top here. So it's actually unnecessary for me to have this sort of drop down system. The only thing that it's valuable, the only thing that's good about it is that you're not using an extra pump in order to get water out of the grow area back to the aquarium. So it just gravity feeds back to the aquarium. And that's nice, but I mean, I don't know, look at all the hard water buildup, or the calcium or whatever this is that's just covered everything because it's splashing. You know, it's not like a ton of splash, but it's just enough that you're getting little droplets splashed around here, and like the hose, everything is just covered in this. And it's not even, it's RO water that goes in there, so it might not be, maybe it's just stuff from the fish, you know, calcium and just whatever's in the water, you know, because I do add trace minerals with the equilibrium, so maybe that's what's going on. But it's just been, it looks to me like hard water, you know, but that's just because I've seen hard water like on a rig or something. Anyway, so my idea is I could cover the aquariums in the next system and the next setup, cover them, and just have a pump hose going in, maybe one coming out depending on the area, and just kind of have the fish enclosed a little bit more so that I don't have that happening. I don't know. I know a lot of people who have aquariums, that's what they do. They have their aquariums are covered usually. Okay. So we're going to get back to that area in a second here, but here's my little compost corner. Looking good. A lot, you know, usually have stuff kind of on the top, and it's mostly just dried, kind of maybe some leaves here and there, and that can attract bugs. That can attract some bugs. But this table's full of worms and roly-polies, which produce, well, worms produce chitinase, chitinase or chitinase, whatever, however you want to say it. Service finance. Huh. Someone's calling me. Oh yeah, I think I got a bill to pay. It's all good. It's December. It's time to pay things. Okay. Anyway, this is like some old cardboard that, you know, I use for different things. It's nice brown cardboard that doesn't have any dyes or anything on it. Now, technically, there's still glue on the cardboard, right? But it is what it is. It's still something I can use if I want to, you know, put some soil on it to take it somewhere else or whatever. I don't know, just kind of scrap that I'll bury. Sometimes I'll bury boxes. There's a whole box buried underneath here with food scraps in it that will just disintegrate over time. It's kind of cool to watch because I'll go to like a different corner that I know I buried a bunch of food in like a month ago, and you know, it's not all gone, because that's why I say, like, the worms, they don't really eat the harder stuff as fast. And this is on the top, but it's still a good example. They don't eat the, you know, the kind of woody kind of stuff as fast. It's harder. I mean, it makes sense. It's harder, so it's harder for them to eat. Here's my mint plant. Not very big, but I also don't give her enough water probably. If I put it in the table, she would go nuts, or it would go nuts, but then it would take over the table. Like, I can't do that. We're not doing that again. I did it once early on. I think my first year of growing, I tried to put mint in the aquaponics system, and it just took over. It was just, I mean, the root system, everything just took over the entire system. Elisa May, hey, what do you say? Okay, this is it. This is it, fellas. Always put your hand in the picture. You always put your hand in the picture for accurate size, depiction. Thankful I didn't have any, Alice. Some people, let me go back a little bit here. She would eat a spoon of dirt to take care of her craving. Oh, wow. She craved dirt when you were pregnant? Oh, wow. My sister craved the end of the matches after they were burnt? What? Those are some strange cravings, ladies. Very strange. Yeah, that is my purple kohlrabi, the next bigger one that's growing. It's probably big enough to harvest right now because I have a big chunk of the first one I harvested still left in my fridge because it was so big. It took me a long time to put it into different food. Might have to find a way to process it differently than just put a little bit in different kinds of food. Here's my house plant. I don't know what it is. Succulent, maybe? Alright, so here's two more purple kohlrabi that are starting. This one's starting, and this one is a little bigger. It's not that much bigger. There's another one I saw over this way that was even smaller. It didn't have anything going, but I knew that's what it was. It had a little tiny ball going. Those are weird. I only crave tacos and Cracker Barrel. The restaurant itself, Elisa. Like, whatever they got at Cracker Barrel, we're going. Whizzies? What's a whizzy? It's a whizzy, Elisa May. Yeah, I'm happy you don't crave dirt either, Alice. As you can see, the top of that broccoli is all gnarly looking, but I can still eat. I can chop it off and it'll grow back up again. There's, you can see the moisture in that whole area. That means that the table is watered pretty good right now. There's a little broccoli head in there I found, kind of a gnarly looking one, but I could chop that one and throw them in some soup. There's a tiny one right there, a little tiny broccoli head. And that other purple kohlrabi. Come on, I think I took a picture of it. Let's see. Boy, my migraine will not calm down today. Everybody's doing well otherwise. The weather has got my head hurting, but doing pretty good. This next video, I think the next video is the exciting part of this episode. It may not be as exciting to you guys, but it's exciting for me to get started on this project. Very exciting. I'm happy that I got it at least started, because that's usually the biggest hurdle for me, is to get it started, because I might have projects in my mind waiting in the back. Oh, I'll get to it someday. But once it begins, or once you've begun, it seems like it's a lot more doable at that point. Like, okay, I can do this, I don't know if you guys know this, but I have I don't know if I'd call it severe, but I do have anxiety disorder. That's where most of my PTSD comes from. But yes, I'm anxious all the time about how I need to get this started, I need to get that started, I need to do this, and then you get pulled in too many directions because life has so much to offer, doesn't it? And you think, well, man, and even me, even someone that has a plan for the rest of my life, outside of I guess romance, because who knows about that, but the rest of my life is basically, I wouldn't say mapped out, but a rough outline. I'll never stop learning how to grow more food. I may never ever even get to the end goal that I have in my mind. And I'm okay with that because the journey is the reason, right? The journey is the reason, or I don't know. There's a saying like that. But the journey is the destination. That's how you say it. But I think it would be I might be disappointed, I guess, maybe later in life if I don't get to what I'm imagining. At the same time, though, I know where I'm going. Even for me, you get very sidetracked and stops along the way and detours. But at least I can still see the path. I can still see the end. I might stop at some point and it might not move forward for a little bit, but at least I know where the path is. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying that even for me, it can be overwhelming to decide, okay, what to do next. And one of the things I'm going to bring up today after the footage is the label and the new logo I made for my company, because I'd like maybe we can all help Waylon decide what to put on a couple spots of it. I'll show you guys that in a minute. There's a couple spots left, like ingredients and directions, I think, and I don't think I'm going to need that really per se for microgreens. So I might ask your guys' opinion. Ask your opinion on what you think should go there for just a simple microgreen tray. Fan's just hanging out. This fan is a regular guest. Okay, I appreciate that, Timothy. Oh, causing trouble. Right. Elisa's keeping the chat locked down for me. Thank you, Elisa. You're back. Hey, Rose. Hashtag ladies of WTIF. Hell yeah. Let's see it. 15 awesome people on the Rumble. 9 people on the Facebook. Looks like a few people came through on X. If anybody does want to help me out, I appreciate any of the reactions and engagement. If you have X, and if you do anything on X, jump on over to my page there sometime too. It'd be great. I do have a group on X that you can join and share into, but it's not that big. I would love nothing more than to have a one other site that I have grown as much as I have my Facebook pages, and Rumble has more engagement. Rumble has a better algorithm, a more real algorithm for me, but I just can't seem to get up to that Facebook level. Facebook throws people at you, people you may know and stuff all day. Like, lately, I've been going into this content creator group, which is just this huge group, and nothing but these like scammer follow people commenting or making posts, and I just comment and I kind of make fun of them a lot of times, and then I'll tell them, hey, I don't do the follow for follow, but I do have a show if anybody wants to come on as a guest and promote yourself. And I get a bunch of people that follow me from that because they're just like bots, follow for follow people. Like, I'm like, well, I mean, it's fine, but it's not real. It's just a bunch of, it's like empty calories, Team Facebook, Timothy. Wow, I wouldn't put that out too much, man. Like, we got a Facebook shill over here. Your dream could change and look different over time. That's a good point, Elisa. I don't think that I think that's why I don't have a it's not set in stone what it's going to look like. I have a vision of it, and the vision hasn't changed, but the way I like the stops I make to get to that point might change and might look very different than what. And I've already done a bunch of things that I didn't think I was going to be doing in this journey. Like I didn't think I was going to make a bunch of extra shows. I didn't think I was going to be a game show host. But they all have a reason. They all have everything I'm doing typically has a reason. It's just not always planned. It's not always planned ahead of time. Anyway, so I'm finally getting this shelf unit cleared off and moved out of here. Yeah, it wasn't easy, but we got it out. It wasn't that hard either, of course, but that fan is going nuts in the time lapse. So I've got some more things to do, move around and stuff, but I've got some space over there now. Did I take a picture of it again? No, I didn't. I didn't take another picture of it, but you can kind of see it there. It's just I have room under the grow table. And I thought about this. I thought about putting both aquariums under the grow table, and then running pumps to the aquariums, and then back to the a grow bed that actually lets the water circulate through. Because I can't do that in the grow table. We can't have water. I can't just be pouring water into that grow table because I don't have a drain yet. Even if I had a drain, it would be really weird to just be maybe like a trickle. What if I had recreate like a little river in the grow bed? That would be kind of interesting, wouldn't it? Have a grow table, and right down the center, through the middle of it, the long ways, a little trickle, a little river that just trickles through and then goes through a drain at the end. And I'd have to have really good filtration though to keep soil from, circulating through the system, and that's usually the problem with aquaponics. And no matter what you do, you will have buildup in the system, and it depends on what you do, depending on or if you want less or more, I guess, or not want, but depending on the way you do it, it can be worse or better, I guess is a better way to put it. I was putting it wasn't cocoa core, it was the shredded stuff for shrimp, but it also helped lower pH, and that stuff was gumming up the system and just getting all messed up. Oh, that's weird. That isn't. Well, okay. I pulled down my pictures, and I'm like way back at looking at Sprout jumping in the snow, but that's because I was clicked back in the stream. It's okay. I'm fine. I just turned the heat up and hibernate. What heat are you running at, Brenda? What's everybody run their heat at in the wintertime? And while we talk about that, I'm going to pull up the number post, get some numbers for everybody. We're a little over the hour mark. In fact, maybe I should have stopped whenever I had the most people in here, but I don't like doing that. I like to stop when I'm in between segments, and we'll read something real quick here. Talk to you about Rumble Premium for 14 cents. Hey guys, Rumble Premium, go to rumble.com/premium and /studio. You get $10 off an annual subscription. Rumble Premium, it's like the pro version of Rumble, and you get exclusive content. You get an ad-free viewing experience, which is pretty nice. And the exclusive content, I like to point out that I have to make some Rumble exclusive content. Every content creator in the creator program has to do that. And all the big guys, all the big dogs that you might or might not like on Rumble, they do they like specific Rumble Premium content every month. And that gives you, for that same $10 per month, or if you buy an annual subscription to get this discount, for that same price, you get a whole bunch of extra content from a whole bunch of extra content creators. So it is nice. I wish I had a way to use Rumble more for my giveaways and stuff, but I can't post here, so it is what it is. But Rumble Premium is awesome for all the extra content. Plus, you get a badge in the chat, I think, that shows you're a premium member. And I think you get some perks for being a creator that uses Premium too. But if you want the $10 gift card or discount for the annual subscription, just go to rumble.com /premium and use the promo code STUDIO at checkout. I'll just point out too that big tech and all these different advertisers, the biggest companies out there, they're all owned by like two companies at the top, right? Those guys like to control all these websites with their advertising dollars, and Rumble doesn't do that. Rumble does do some advertising, like I'm reading right now, but it's like the minor side of what they do. That Rumble Premium money goes to us creators, so that's how we get paid. I appreciate it. Oh, it went to 16 cents even. Okay, a couple people stopped in while we were talking. Eight's normally on 74. My air on 73 or 72. Interesting. Alice says 71. That's what yours is at. Hey, thanks, Rose. This is a Dripping Rainbows tie-dye special that you can win once a month on game night, or you can purchase over on Leaf Cycle Connect from Dripping Rainbows tie-dye. Sheena, our current champion on game night, was our winner yesterday, and she made this shirt. So thanks, Sheena. If it's windy and cold, I have to turn it up. It's drafty in here. Yeah, I hear that. I need my windows replaced, so I hear that, Rose. I had to put a heater in my bedroom last night. The tent was cold. Oh no. My utilities are included in my rent, so I usually don't look. Oh wow. If I'm cold, I turn it up one. Yeah, I usually leave mine around 67, 68, and if I'm cold and I feel like it for a little bit, I'll turn it up. But I've been trying to get myself to just put on some more clothes, because years ago when my son was little, I for some reason had it in my mind that it should be warm enough in my house that I can walk around in just a pair of shorts all year long. But then your bill really sees that, doesn't it? The electric bill. So yeah, it's I try to keep it a little lower than I used to, I guess is the best way to put it. Okay, numbers. Let's see who's up in here. I got a lot more to show you guys after this, so don't go anywhere. Who gets 2? Rose! Rose gets 2 spots today. This week. Number 1, Rose. Congrats. Got Joe Orzel. Joe Orzel just had a nice haul from a hunting trip. Number 2, Joe. Somebody tag Joe in here, see how he's doing in this weather. Kat, you're number 3. Kat's over on the Rumble. Let's go. See some dancing bananas for numbers. Who wants to dance for some numbers? I want to see some dancing emojis in the chat. Diane, you're number 4. Number 4. What's going on the Facebook? Joe Kelly, what's up? You look professional today? I do? What do you mean? What do you mean today? But thank you, Elisa May. Alice, number 5. Number 5. Mary Wood, number 6. Nobody, number 7. Remember, guys, if you want to help support and also win stuff back and actually make more back than what you pay in, that's what I created this whole local community for. Locals community, locals.com. Go to theindoorfarmer.locals.com. Not you just go to theindoorfarmer.locals.com. You can join. We do 4 spins a week, so you could join today, tomorrow, and next day and still get in on this same wheel. Jess Rosebud, number 8. Kayla, number 9. Number 9. There are 52 active paying members on Locals, and only 10 people in on the giveaway, so you got a pretty good odds. The more people get in on this, the more I'll give away, the more, the bigger things get. I like to think of my community as my, not just family, but as the people I'm bringing with me in this journey. As the people, I want to help you, I want to give you stuff, I want to make it beneficial to both of us. And not just because you might like to listen to what I have to say, but because you might join this community without watching the show. You might not be somebody that hangs out here live and watches my show, but you might join and still want to get in on maybe a little bit of something back in return for all the efforts. That's what we do, and this is just a little one, the number wheel. The game night, though, hold on, let's go back to Let's go to game night. Game night was a similar engagement, 11 people. So there's a lot of room for people to join and actually get more prizes, or I guess have higher chances to win. Anyway, the number post is done. We got 10 numbers. I'll even refresh one more time, actually. There's Brenda and Kim. Okay. Kim, you're number 11. Try to get in there before the show, though, if you can. I finally commented, she said. Number 12, Brenda. And I see no one commented twice. I thank you all for that very much. And I'll just hit this one more time. Okay. So what do we say? 13? No, 12. Brenda has number 12. And 2 number 1s for Miss Rose. Hell yeah. You see some comments on the Facebook side just to make sure it's working. It looks like it might be frozen, or I might have to leave and come back or something like that. Let's see, I'll comment. Hey, everybody. There we go. And it did not work, so I must be missing comments, guys. Apologies. Or at least my comment didn't work anyway. Now it's there. Cool glasses. They're just helping my my migraine, at least may. But they're blue light blocking glasses, and they really do help me when my head's hurting. Because I'm sitting in front of like 8 lights right now, pointed at my face. Looks like number 9, maybe number 5. Number 9 is going to be it. It'll be number 9 for the first spin of the week. Let's go. Not in my live stream, at least, man. You see the screen, don't you? You can see the screen. Look at all the commenters on Rumble versus Facebook. I've got 5 more people right now. I had 10 or 12 more people earlier than Facebook. I think Rumble's more commenting, more talkative. Now let me back up a second. It depends on what you're trying to do. There's a lot. I don't like Facebook for lots of reasons, but I kind of don't like you being able to respond or reply to people's comments, because then you end up with this whole conversation going on inside the live chat, that has nothing to do with who's talking on the screen, you know? And then it gets distracting, and then it's like, why are you even here? And a lot of people do that. I do that. I'll go into Facebook Lives, and that's kind of the thing to do. You go into different people's lives, and you say hi to the people who are in the chat, and you just kind of have a conversation inside the chat without even doing anything, without even knowing who's talking or anything. But it's just one of those things. I think Rumble is just a little bit more specific on, I'm going there to watch a specific person or whatever, instead of kind of flipping around on the Facebook. We got to find out who was number 9. It wasn't Chris, it was Kayla. Yes. Kayla. This was 2/12 episode, and this was December 1st, 2025. Cool. Number 9 was Kayla. And we'll set up the door prize in a little bit. But I'm about to do a little reveal, which you guys might not be able to see. Me too, sorry. What, Alice? Oh, the commenting and talking to people. Well, no, I do too. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm just saying that's how the way that Facebook's chat works drives you to do it. That's how it promotes that kind of activity, because you can hit the like button on someone's comment. You might be looking to see who liked a joke you made and not even paying attention to the show. And that's fine, because that's the way that is, but it's just not, I'm not up here just to bullshit, you know what I mean? I have things I want to go over and stuff I want to show you guys. I'm not saying that I am mad at someone for not like listening to every word I say. I'm just telling you why I like to chat on the Rumble better, because they don't promote those little things. There's nothing. Oh hey, whoa, okay, okay. Get back to the show here. We got more exciting things to do. So I have an orange, maybe all three. Let me get my flashlight. I'll get back to the Facebook comments in a second. Elisa May, we got some fruit tree seeds. Oh, at least one orange is popped. And so far, nothing else. Interesting. I had several things growing. Some more basil, some. Um, now I forgot all the things that I put in here. I'll have to go back and watch that show when I planted them. But yeah, I've got an orange tree that sprouted. Maybe I'm looking at that funny. No, it didn't sprout. I'm wrong. I'm wrong about that. None of these seeds have sprouted from the wet paper towel method. Kind of sucks. I was excited there. I thought it was a sprout, but it wasn't. It was just a piece of the seed shell that was split apart. In fact, maybe I'll leave it down here. I think the fan, the circulation I have in the room here has been drying it out, so I have to put more water on the paper towel every day. Maybe I need to cover it, or I think in my garage I have some Ziploc bags, gallon size, and I could fit the whole tray inside the gallon size Ziploc bag, maybe like this, and I leave it open, but kind of to keep some of the moisture in there. That is a thought. I might have to do that. Not one of these, and they're not all fruit trees. Much of them are. I think there's miniature tomatoes, basil, and spinach are the little ones that I put in here. But they're not doing anything either, and those should be taken off pretty easy. Might just need to make sure I keep them moist longer. Do I have a piece of plastic I could use? Well, I kind of do. Some tissue in this bag here I could use. This might help a little bit. Kind of create a bit of a greenhouse effect to it. Yeah, see? Yeah. That might help. Maybe not. Who knows? Alright guys, let's do a little checking out of the Garden Savvy community. If you are into growing and you want to join a sort of social experience of growers, and the website is not loading for some reason. Weird. What if I just try to go to the website again? Weird. Their site must be down or something. Let's go back to me for a second and I'll see if it pops up. Huh. Well, I can tell you about it. It's a site I'm affiliated with. I can get a $5 discount for a yearly membership if you want. And they do several things. They have a sort of social media feed for gardening and growers and posting pictures, and that's usually what I do, which most of you know. Today I can't do that, I guess, maybe later. But they also have a garden hortisketch, which is like a program on the site that allows you to map out your garden and your grow and show yearly progress and information year to year, and it shows like your grow climate and your zone and everything like that. It's a lot of good information. Plus, there's notes, and you can kind of year over year go back and check what you talked about or what you wrote about. And the last thing is a Garden Savvy AI, which is specifically growing an AI for growers. Gateway timed out. Yeah, I know it timed out. What is happening? GardenSavvy.com. Maybe I'll search it and see if I can click it that way. GardenSavvy.com. That worked. Log in. Bad gateway. My internet down? We still live? We still live? Ugh, work. Cat, how's it going? Awesome. Yeah, congrats, Kayla. Let me get you your coupon. I do need to spend some time doing some mail. A bunch of people are waiting for mail, I know, and a couple of replacement items. But I don't know, guys. With this migraine, I'm probably going to have to wait at least till tomorrow. I will get to it ASAP. Kayla. Where are you back to now? Let's see. 15, so you got 16 now. And by the way, guys, make sure if you want any prizes on game night, make sure you decide quickly as to whether you want it or whether you want to give it to someone or whether you, if you do plan to get it or use it, then make sure you do it ASAP. That's weird. Okay, it worked on a different tab. So we're back. We're back on Garden Savvy. Let me throw my weekly picture up in the mix. How about, hey, Garden. I should probably capitalize the Garden Savviers. Happy Monday. How are you doing in this weather? Yeah, that's a question. Join us on the show live sometime every Monday. I gotta do some promoting, at 1 Central Time. And don't forget my hashtag, because it keeps track of hashtags right over here. I'm still in the top trending ones, but not by a lot, so I better make sure I keep doing it. Okay, post. Got a few new posts here. We got Debbie Kransky. You know the jar method for testing your soil texture. Get a sample of the top 8 inches of your soil, mix it up, and fill a straight side jar about 1/3 full with your soil. Add water and shake it up. The sand layer will settle in about 1 minute, silt in 1 hour, and clay in 1 day. Measure the height of each layer to calculate the percentage of each soil type. I am #sandy loam. Okay. 65% sand, 30% silt, 5% clay, less than 5% clay, or no, more than a little over 5% clay, organic, and interested in meeting others dealing with related issues. Nutrient deficient soil, #nutrient deficient soil, yeah, that's a big one, due to #well-drained soil. But I could imagine that others could create hashtags for their own soil texture categories. Interesting. Maybe it's all about creating the hashtags. Okay. What am I looking at? Percent of silt, percent of clay. Interesting. I'm gonna give her a wow. Very interesting. I'll even say something. Why don't you give me a okay? Yeah, I'm interested to find out what mine is like. 4 days ago from Caroline, happy Thanksgiving from the Garden Savvy family to yours. All right. For a loving strawberry. spell her name right? Caroline. Oh, Caroline. My bad, Caroline. It's never the best speller. Okay. At least we said hi to some folks. Okay, okay. I see this one? Okay, yeah. Only usually a couple, but it's not, you know, it hasn't taken off yet, but I think it's kind of a cool thing, so I try to put something into it every week. And so does John, the owner. Good stuff as always, he said. Awesome. Thanks for replying. I feel like the heart emoji is too much. I'll give him the smiling carrot emoji. Is there a way to reply? You can't reply yet. Thanks, John. Speaking of affiliate positions, I do want to point out that I now have... Well, let me make sure I don't want to put anything up that I don't... okay. I now have an affiliate offer, I should say, from Dubby Energy. Does anyone know about Dubby? I brought it up yesterday. Got a little bit of time right now, so I think I might. Here's how loyal partners get free Dubby products. Partners who post good content. Okay. Data showed. Okay. Yeah. I saw that. Where's my original email? There it is. So I will get a 10% off discount, 10% discount for you guys, and I'm gonna go to the website real quick to look at, just to check it out, because I haven't actually accepted the offer, but they call it a sponsorship, but I'm kind of sick of the wordplay that a lot of companies use. A sponsorship is where you pay me to read ads for you. An affiliate position is where I tell you, hey, I use this product. If you guys use my discount code, you get 10% off. That is not the same thing as a sponsorship. Some sponsors do a sponsor affiliate, where they pay you and they give your viewers a discount. That's a little bit of both, but no. A lot of these sponsors like to call themselves sponsors, but that's just an affiliate if you get a discount code. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my opinion. Dubby Energy. Let's check them out. See if anybody in the chat has tried it. Arden Savvy has an app for my iPad now. I just downloaded it. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Later, Rose. Have a good day. Okay, hell yeah. Have a good one, Rose. Besides that tip, are you mailing me anything else? Kat, you might be on here, but I don't make a list for each person. I make I'll have to flip through each sponsor and see if you got more than one thing. But that's something I should probably do off the show. I'll do it right now though, just because you asked. So yeah, you get the Kat, I have you down for nutrients too. From Country Boy Weeds. Remember you picked nutrients? He won it again, it looks like. I remember that now. And let's see if there's anything else. Nope, that was it that I could see off the top of my head. I didn't look at the Grow Room Genetics yet. Let's see. Cool. Okay. Yeah, just 2 items from Country Boy Weeds, aka Frog Hopper. Alright, let me look at this for a second here. Let me see if anybody's commented about Dubby Energy. Nope. Let me go back and come back in, because Facebook looks like it took a crap on me and is gone. Oh, I guess Macy went live. Okay. Go back in. Nope. Okay, good. They've been messing the comments up lately, so I keep checking. S'more flavored. Okay, these are gummies. So it's not a drink, it's a gummy. Okay. Oh, there is a drink. Maybe they're drink packs. I'm checking this out for the first time. Sweet and sour blue raz energy drink tube. Okay, or tub. Oh, that's a powder. Okay, it's a powder that you put in. Yeah, Chainsaw Man. I like that show. Bleeding orange. Interesting. Jitterless energy. Jitterless energy. Interesting. Best in class taste. No flawed ingredients. Focus on win and win more. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go over here. We're gonna ask Grok, Super Grok. Can you tell me anything or how about any complaints? Customer from the Dubby Energy Company. Now I could go and I don't know where else I would go right off the top of my head to find reviews or things like that, but this might pull all that stuff together. So, subscription and billing problems. Several users report being unknowingly signed up for a monthly subscription. Okay, well that's a problem with anything. I'm not wouldn't hold them accountable for that. Example: a BBB, a Better Business Bureau complaint described charging without clear consent, followed by denial for a refund, even when contacted promptly. Shipping and delivery issues. That's going to be any company that ships things. You're going to have some complaint. Delays and missed items. Hell, I've had that myself. International shipping costs. Well, that's a non-starter for me anyway. Wrong or allergic items. Now that can happen. Those are all shipping and logistics issues. They're not like most of the page, so that's good. Product quality and formula changes. Taste and texture issues. Some find flavors chalky, chemical, or overly tart, especially newer batches. A Reddit user noted a shift in a lighter flour-like powder that requires more scoops for the same effect. Another called an orange variant the worst they tried due to weak flavor and weird aftertaste. They even give you the names or like where they found it, where they found the jitters despite claims. Well, you probably took too much. Perceived lack of fullness. You're supposed to be full after it. It's about tubs not being filled to the top compared to competitors using fillers, which W avoids intentionally. Okay. Customer service and community management. Well, I mean, they're putting it there. They had a big push. I've seen a lot of them. A lot of the ads on Facebook for W in the last couple of days. So they must be, must be making a new push for better reach and better customer support, I guess. Discord and social issues. They do say I get access to a Discord. Accusations of threats and abuse of power in their Discord for posting critiques, leading some to boycott. Oh, wow. One ex-user felt affiliate outreach was impersonal, only happening due to a mix-up. Other miscellaneous gripes. Fraudulent orders. W has ordered stories, or has shared stories of customers dispute charges post-shipment, costing the company products and fees. Highlight trust issues in both sides. Affiliate program selectivity. Some feel the program accepts anyone, like me, diluting its value for creators. Yes, that's kind of true probably, but they did accept me, I guess. I don't know. W often responds publicly to complaints, okay? And many issues stem from their growth as a small business. If you're considering a purchase, check their terms carefully and start with a single tub to test. More details, sites like BBB or Reddit. They're comparing the Better Business Bureau to Reddit for Reddit's energy drink thread. Have ongoing threads. Interesting. They look through 19 web pages and 40 posts to find that. That's not that much. That's really not that much. Let's see. Can you tell me any customer about Can I flip it around and say what does how does W rate over other? How about that? How about that? How? Oh, I got to do this. I forgot. I'm spelling supplements wrong. 2 P's, that's right. Oh, it's an E, not an I. Let's see what they say. W is a gaming-focused energy supplement brand offering powdered mixes and ready-to-drink cans designed for sustained focus and energy without crashes. Launched in 2021, it emphasizes clean formulas using natural ingredients like whole coffee fruit extract, which boosts brain-derived neurotropic factors, or BDNF, by up to 143%. Studies for cognitive support. Wow. 150 milligram caffeine from coffee, ammonia acids, and vitamins. It's 0 sugar, 0 calories, keto friendly, free of maltodextrin, fillers, and artificial colors, dyes. Flavor like Dragonade, Dragon Fruit Lemonade, and Galaxy Grenade, watermelon guava, or agave lime. Or is it guava? Our highlights with recent additions like beetroot for natural coloring, priced affordability. It's popular among gamers and streamers for jitter-free performance, earning 4.8 out of 5 stars on its site, and positive Reddit feedback for taste and effects over competitors like G Fuel. What are natural energy supplements? Key comparisons. W fits well in the natural category due to its neuro factors and clean profile, but it's more caffeine forward than pure adaptogen supplements. I know they have a non-caffeinated version now, but I don't know how much of it they sell. Below is a comparison with 3 popular natural-leaning energy drinks, and it's Celsius, Alani Nu, and Ghost. 2 broader supplement types, adaptogen-based like ashwagandha, and mitochondrial boosters like CoQ10. I select these based on 2025 market leaders for supplementary and format and natural claims. Okay. Powder mix, 150 milligram natural from coffee, neurofactor coffee fruit, ammonia, vitamins. Unique selling point, jitter-free focus. Well, we saw some people disagree. Gaming, studying, no. Fillers, artificials. Gaming, studying, no. What does that mean? No? Oh, no, it's going down for no fillers, artificials, I see. Okay. Price per serving looks like it's not the cheapest. What's this one up here? Ashwagandha. That's a supplement, not a... I don't know if that's a company, actually. I think that's the name of the supplement. Very interesting. Sorry, guys, I stepped away from the comments for a second, but that's kind of intriguing. I don't know if I haven't made my decision yet, per se, but I could give it a try. There's no contract that says I have to use it if I don't like it after I try it, But why not? Does anybody comment below if you've actually used it? I would like to hear somebody that's used it. I'm here for you, Father. How are you doing today? Okay, you need to make sure your meds are up to date, bro. You need to make sure your meds are up to date. You've been here for an hour and now you're getting pretty squirrely, John. Still alive on Facebook. Thank you, Alice. Out and come back. There we go. Alright, guys, let's get to the door prize. Some of you are still hanging out. I like to see who's here left at the end of the show. So if you are still hanging out and you want to pop on this door prize wheel, get a chance to win a coupon or a game night ticket. Let's go. Let's see some hashtag WTIF, hashtag ladies of WTIF, Anson Bananas, I don't care what. Just let's comment, hashtag sprout, hashtag seeds not popping, hashtags all day long, hashtag all day. All right, here we go. We got some coming in. Diane, we got Kayla. Got nobody on Facebook. Just you two, Diane and Kayla. Okay. Cool. Two people. I'll shuffle it a million times. 674,000, 674,001, 921, 922, 999.9. Hey, there's Alice. Let's go check out X. Let's see if anybody commented. Yep, just under the 1,200. I had like 1,230, but this slowly dwindle down as X gets rid of bots. You see that number go down? All right, let's see. Just me. I'm gonna like my own comment. I don't know if there's any live commenters. 30, but this. Let's see. Can I? There's no way to open the comments. Let's see. Yep, there they are. Okay, that's all I was checking. But first, while we're still hanging out, give me a second to tell you about 1775 Coffee. I should talk to them and see if they want to work a deal, because they offer some of the same things, but it's just a coffee company that offers, you know, the dark roast, the medium roast, but then they also do the energy blend, which kind of crosses over to this other idea, which they do. It's a mushroom energy blend, which they say mushroom coffee, or it's a vitality mushroom coffee for clean energy and laser focus, no crash. So a lot of people are coming out with this kind of idea, an energy sort of focus type of a drink that is supposed to have no crash because of that caffeine difference, the lower caffeine. This is all single origin, small batch, and toxic free and mold free. Plus, you're also getting a gold spoon clip, a frother, and a black 1775 tumbler. And you get all of that for $99, normally $170. You can get it for $99 if you use code STUDIO if you go to 1775coffee.com. Old beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something just like Rumble does. Let's go. Thanks for hanging out for that. 13 cents, everybody. Let's see. Alice, Kayla, and Diane. Oh, Alice, I got you. I'll put you on the YouTube. What do we got on the Facebook? Debbie. Alice. Snowing again in Illinois, Debbie? Oh, great. I haven't looked outside. Got Kayla and Kyle. Howdy. What's up, Kyle? Let's see. Never heard of Dubby. We sell Alani where I work. It's pretty good. I saw that on the list there, yeah. Well, thanks for responding to that, Kyle. I was curious as to anybody that had tried it. Oh, Alice, I need to put you on for the YouTube. Hell yeah. Alright, let me, I think I picked this up earlier but never hit it. My head is feeling a little bit better, so not crazy good, but these glasses do help. If you got somebody, like if you got a lot of LED lights or even computer lights and screens you're looking at all day long, they do help. They might make me look like I'm trying to be cool, but they actually are pretty functional. I don't wear sunglasses outside, I wear them inside. Although these aren't sunglasses, but it is funny. It's a funny contrast. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, cheers. Yeah, that was almost toast. We need to just get a new one. Just cleaned out the rig today, so make sure you, at least once a week, you wash it out. Used to observe wash it Wednesday, but I think I usually do it now on Mondays. Alright. Hey, Kat. I'll put you on there in a second. And Kat on the YouTube as well. Thank you. And probably on the Rumble soon. I'll just go ahead and do it now and wait to look for it. I think I got all platforms now. Well, you were on Rumble earlier, so, and I see that you're still here right now, so I guess that counts. You know, in fact, we'll go ahead and we'll hit Diane too, because she's here. I got Kayla already. You will need to at least go to YouTube for me to put you guys on a third time for YouTube, because I'm trying to see if we can get YouTube to grow a little bit. You know, if Twisted Cannabis can get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I should be able to as well. With, you know, more health-related content, but a little cannabis sprinkled in anyway, you know? I feel like I'm stuck between too many different worlds, you know? Gardeners don't respect me because they don't want to be connected to cannabis. The cannabis people don't respect me because I don't just grow cannabis all the time. That's the only pictures I ever post. It's a weird position that I'm put in here. Alright, cheers, Kyle. Let me pack this up. And we'll do the spin. I thought about getting rid of some of my giveaways and stuff, but it all kind of structures my shows, you know? I like doing the number post. It's kind of a break in the middle of the show. I like doing the door prize because I want to reward those who may be kicking it with me throughout the whole show, you know? There's reasons, but hopefully we grow to the point where maybe I can make a buck. Right now, I'm spending my VA disability on things like shipping and prizes and stuff. So, I mean, you know, no complaints, but I do hope that we can get up there, right? Cheers. I have a few friends that are content creators that if we work together, we could be big. People that have their own jobs and then they just kind of do this for fun on the side. Make it, you know, kick that seriousness up just a notch, more professional, a little bit more connection with people that are doing the same thing, and we could blow up. It could be huge. Everybody wants to be the lead, though. That's the problem. Not everybody, but some. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's have another. I'll have one more toke with you guys. I'll spin the wheel first because it doesn't matter. I'm trying to keep everybody here for me to hit the bong. All right. Good luck. Good luck. I don't think I'm gonna go over to locals today. I need to go and just like close my eyes for a little bit longer until my son gets here. I need to set it up to where I can do my mail and everything upstairs. The problem is I like to have the prizes down here so I can show you guys stuff. Like, here's the thing I'm putting in, you know. And I like to do the live. I do like to do my mail live stream so people can see me doing it. But that's a thought. It's like Diane or maybe Kat. Maybe it'll stop on Kayla here. Looks like Diana or Kayla. We got another double winner today? Kayla? Oh no, it's going to hit Diane. Okay. Nice. Diane, are you with me? Let's hear it for and from Diane. Jeremy, how are you doing, man? How are you doing? Diane, 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 where did you go? Where did you go? She might be looking for me on YouTube somewhere. We can tag Diane, actually. Let me tag her real quick. I think she's here. It's probably just a delay issue. Probably a delay issue. That's unfortunate. I thought she was still here. Been pretty good. Just got home from work. Okay, Jeremy. Hope it was a good day. Andrew, what's up, man? How are you? Andrew, hit me up if you want to try and fix the subscription thing and move from Rumble to Locals. I'm not sure if it's possible to move, but I think you said next, or you're going to switch it next month or something like that. Let me know if you have any, problems with it or whatever. Diane, where'd you go? Oh, Diane. Not for sure she was here. Might have to go poop or something. I'm going to give her another minute because Diane is one of the few people that likes to hang out on Locals when we do our watch parties, hanging out, just laughing our asses off at Kill Tony and at some funny music videos and whatever else we decide to watch. She deserves an extra minute. Wow, this is weird. I hope she's okay. She was just here. Anyway, cheers. She's on Rumble. Am I not seeing Rumble comments? I'm not seeing Rumble comments, guys. I might have to refresh my screen. I'll be right back. My apologies. I'm not seeing comments on Rumble now. So if it's not Facebook, it's Rumble. Like everything's got to have some kind of problem. And I refreshed, but I can't see those comments because they're gone now unless I come over to this screen. Or actually what I could do is I could pop the chat out now. Pop out chat. Pop, 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 chat, pop. And then we can put it on my screen. Now I just want to do it for so I know I can. Let's see. It would be display capture, maybe? No, not display. It would be chat. Yeah. There we go. I got it see-through, but now I can look at what you guys said in the last few minutes. I commented on YouTube. Yeah, I missed all these comments, you guys. I'm sorry. Checking here. I'm checking Diane. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I missed all the way up to Cat's cat bobbing head. Or no, it was higher than that. It looks like. I'm here. It had to be behind that. Man. You asked what am I spinning for? It's just the same thing we spin for every day. Wonderful credit that you can decide anything you want. It's like it's like it's like a tangible item that you can choose what you want to make. Anyway, like money. Okay, back for a bit. Okay, I think I'm caught up now. I'm just checking all these comments from you. Shared on YouTube. Oh, thanks, Alice. Grow both. Grow both. That was what were you talking about then? That's okay. I know it's on the tip of my tongue. It's freezing outside. Okay. Just catching up here. I think it's mostly at the bottom. It's mostly yes, she's here. Waylon, she's here. She commented. Waylon, she's still here. He's not seeing them. Yeah, they weren't coming up for some reason. That's okay, Diane. I didn't think you left. That's why I started to worry. I was like, did she get get distracted or like somebody call her or whatever? And anyway, either way, it was like a little bit worrisome for a minute there. All right, we're back to the studio. Okay. Debbie Pot. Hey, I see you on the YouTube. Hell yeah. I'm not seeing Rumble comments anymore in my studio. Both crops. You mean cannabis and food? Yeah, my Rumble, the studio broke. The studio's broken. All I see are Debbie's or I see YouTube comments. That's all I see. Weird. But thank you for finding me on the YouTube, Debbie. Very much. I do appreciate that. Try to get the YouTube built up a little bit. I guess I'll try to refresh one more time, see if it'll fix, just because. Let me comment on the YouTubes. Comment on the Rumble, I should say. Wow, yeah, it's no Rumble comments in the studio anymore. That's weird. It's always something, man. Like, I don't know how the big dogs do it, honestly, without having glitches all the time, like I have, that just are unexplained. Unexplainable. Good equipment, I don't know. At some points it's a gremlin in the machine. Yes, both crops. Okay, I see that I see YouTube comments, but the only way the Rumble comments come up are on the screen now. Now I'm not seeing. Let me see if I can get one. There it is. Okay. So it is coming through to Rumble. It's just not showing up in the studio. Interesting. And annoying at the same time. Hey ladies over on the YouTube, that's awesome. I have like 2 different chats on the screen. I need to fix that. I'm leaving soon anyway. I'm just trying to see if we can fix this here. That should look better. That should look better. I almost don't want it to be. Let's see. That maybe? Let's go a little smaller maybe, like that. That's legible. Very weird, you guys. Very weird. It says subscribe there. Oh, that's for me. That's my. Yeah. Maybe I broke it, Debbie. No, you didn't break it. It is some glitches going on. Aliens got her. Diane, you mean? Yeah, I worried a little bit. I was like, she was literally just here. Yeah, they're not coming up. Yes, I'm going to subscribe to locals this month. If I have trouble. Yeah. Thanks, Andrew. I just don't want to forget, because some people will just not do it and then be missing out because you've already subscribed to me. Just not in that spot. All right, let me refresh this. Oh, no, I can't do that. Anyway, cool. There's a workaround for everything, I guess. Cheers. $27 awesome people in the house besides the people who might be on Kick. If you are on Kick, come find me. Otherwise, we will probably get going, guys. Let me shut the comments off. I think that took it off the screen. Let's see, yeah. Anyway, have a good day, guys. Have a delicious meal later, and think of me when you do it, because I'm trying to, I guess, get people to wake up to what's important, and while I'm doing it myself, not from the perspective of authority, but from the perspective of, hey, we all need to figure this out, you know? And things are, coming into difficult times for a lot of people, and it's never been more important, and it will never be, or it will always be important to try and move a little bit more towards the sustainable lifestyle. So if you can, even a pinky toe's worth, give it a try, because everybody's got to eat. See you guys tomorrow at 1 o'clock Central Time for the Indoor Farmer reviews. Hit that like button and follow the channel. We'll see you later. Peace.
Yeah, this is for my green thumbs in the game. Wailing the indoor farmer, check my name. Sustainability, we about to reclaim. This is how we do it, keep it in the frame. I'm wailing the farmer, the indoor king. Living off the grid, what the city can't bring. Got my hydro setup, my LED lights. Growing all my greens, all through the night. Self-sustain, that's the mission. Growing my own, I'm not missing. Indoor farming, the hustle's real.